Good Sunday evening to you. I am just finishing up some meal prepping. It's about 9 o'clock on Sunday night, and it feels good to know what we're going to be having for lunches or for suppers this week. Lunches too, but it's really good to know what I have planned out. And so it's busy time of year, of course, and we're all going so many different directions, but I don't have to think about what am I going to have and how long it's going to take to fix it. I already have a plan, and it's something that I started doing, gosh, over 2 years ago now, and I'm not going back. We make healthier choices, we're saving money, and to be frank, I don't want to spend a ton of time in the kitchen, and this allows me not to do that. I want to be outside with the kids and working with 4-H pigs and the bucket calves and all that kinds of stuff, just like everyone else. I don't want to be stuck in the kitchen for an hour and a half. So I have found, since doing meal prepping, that I usually save my hour and a half or two on a Sunday, tops, if it's even that much, will save me a good hour and a half every night in the kitchen. Totally worth it, so I can have more quality time with my family. So I suggest you give it a try. My name is Katie Patterson Ingalls, and I do health and fitness coaching, and as I said, meal prepping now for over 2 years, not going back. I'm keeping it very simple this week, and I will hopefully, a couple of the things that I'm doing will give you some ideas and some tips. I keep it so simple. I used to be very intimidated by the idea of meal prepping, and what if it's I don't even know how to say that word. Hey Haley, thanks for joining, girl. I don't even know how to say that word. I don't even know where to get that ingredient. That's not what I'm doing here, and keep it super simple. So we had a brisket last night, and it was a large one, and so I'm really happy to say, hey Lissa, thanks for joining. Really happy to say that there is at least half of it left over, and so we'll be having brisket, and with the brisket I'm gonna we like our spinach salads, always getting lots of greens in, and then just gonna have some cottage cheese, so some healthy fats with that too. And then we'll have I'm always keeping fruit, so there's some, I have, let's see, blueberries over there, I have some strawberries, so that will be a meal. And we're not afraid of leftovers. There's different ways that you can, usually we'll have a meal a couple times a week, and then I'll make enough meat so I can make it another way. For example, so this afternoon, or when before I headed to church, I threw a roast in, a pork roast, and I did my pork canitas. So here it's already shredded, my pork meat, and so it's already cool and shredded. And so what I'm going to be making, we're going to do street tacos, and so I will post the recipe here in a little bit. We love our street tacos, and it's super simple. And then I make some coleslaw. Coleslaw was on sale. I use a cleaner recipe. It's a lime cilantro coleslaw. So good. So I already had that made up. And all I have here was my plain Greek yogurt. I used to use, like your Miracle Whip or your sour cream or things like that. I don't do that anymore. I'm using my plain Greek yogurt. So true, Haley. Thank you for the reminder. I don't want to end up in jail anymore by sharing a recipe I should not. I have to type it out for you all. That's funny. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I shared a recipe I shouldn't from Pinterest apparently, and I got put in Facebook jail for 3 days. Yeah, don't do that. Anyways, so I use my I use the plain yogurt, Greek yogurt instead, and I put some onion powder in there. I put garlic powder in there. I had 2 limes, and I put the limes in there. And then I also put a little bit of honey, and I put a little bit of olive oil in there too, virgin olive oil. And so that's what is going to be our coleslaw. Sorry, the light's just right. What's our coleslaw going to be. And then I'm going to chop up cilantro. So I don't want to put it in there too much ahead of time, but I'll chop in the cilantro tomorrow too. So the street tacos, and I'll chop up some tomatoes and some avocados, and then we'll have our meat. It's already done. So simple. So we'll have that for a couple days. And then I know we'll have some meat left over too. So then I'll put some a clean barbecue sauce recipe on it, and then we'll have barbecue sandwiches. So even though some people say I don't want to eat the same thing all week long, I had 2 meats this week, the brisket and then the pork roast, and I make sure I have enough. And we're gonna have it basically, we'll have it 2 different ways so we won't get tired. So that's how simple I like to keep it. I hope that gives you some ideas. And if you want some more ideas, I'm really pretty pumped about our upcoming group, and it's called From the Core, and we're going to work on some core exercises and some clean eating tips and some meal prepping ideas and getting this ready. Sometimes we say that we want to get really fit and healthy, but our mind isn't there yet. We say we want to and we start, but then we just fall off a few days later. So I found that I really had to be ready here too. So our next group, it's a 5-day From the Core group. It's free. I have a list of 20 names and I have 4 slots filled already. So I would love to invite you to be a part of it, and I would love to get you a reserved spot. So comment below core, and then I will send you a personal message. I don't want you to miss out on this opportunity, and so many people have found this is the way they get started to see a change. So I am really wanting to clean it up too, because before we know it, vacation will be here and we want to feel good, right? So have a great week. I appreciate the support that you give, and I can't even tell you, I have heard probably 6 times this week just from different folks in the grocery store, or someone sent me a personal message, thank you so much for sharing your meal prepping. That means the world to me, because it's not always easy to get on here and go live and just to take the time to do it, but why not? Because it's helped me, so why not help someone else? So if you know someone else that needs some help with something like that, tag them or share this, and I appreciate it very much. And I hope that I see some of you in the core group. It's a free group, 5 days, and we start next Monday. Not this Monday, but we start the 31st. Okay, have a super week. We'll talk to you later. Bye.